Morning.
Hello, good morning, Tammy. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. Excited about all the summer adventures, but also looking forward to going back to the routine and with some structure with the kids going back to school.
I, I bet. And me, I love summer and I could take another month of summer. So, but you know what?
Definitely.
What gives me hope is the fact that we are planning on all kinds of trips and retreats later on. So that's exciting.
And that's what the part that I'm excited about. So once the kids are in school, instead of me worrying about them, even though I love to have them at home, etc., they will be growing academically and I will be growing my business, focusing a little bit more on it and all these joint ventures and plans that we have going on, Tammy. And I'm so excited for them.
I know so much. I mean, we have so many things planned in the works and it's been like nonstop because like I'm working like from early 6 in the morning to sometimes at 10 at night, just working on stuff. But I do take breaks. I walk outside. I mean,
And you went to the lake.
I went to the lake last week, right? And during the day, I do have to take breaks just because I have to go out, walk out to my garden. And one of it's, I'm watering early in the mornings and stuff. But it's nice to be able to go down there and pick the vegetables. I weeded my garden last week, which needed it desperately, but I've been having to spray for blights like on the tomatoes and different things. But it is so nice having all those fresh vegetables and the
I
plums
love
coming
it.
on.
And I love how you just can sneak out of your business mode and enjoy freedom and unlock freedom with the power of nature and being there. My daughter's here from college for a little bit for a few days, and we went to the lake too. Our lake doesn't look as beautiful as your pictures when you send the pictures when you're on your lake, but regardless of that, I mean, just vitamin D,
It
being in
was
the
water,
water,
right?
being in the water when it's like 104, 106 up, out there, it's like, oh my goodness, perfect combination. And Tammy, that's what I love. I love the fact that I will be able to get back on track in that term, like full time there in the business too. But I love that we also have the freedom to pay attention to the grandchildren, the children, and all that when we need to take our business hat off, etc., to maintain that balance. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about that a way to keep a balance between our personal life and our profession and our business of choice, because we want to live our purpose and passion, is mentorship. And why is it so important to have a source of mentorship in our life for both, for our personal and professional growth? And a mentor is someone who provides guidance, support, and valuable insights based on their own experiences and expertise. And we are going to talk a little bit about some key reasons why mentorship and or coaching, they're not necessarily the same, but they overlap so much that we can just interchange like the word mentorship and coaching. Me in my situation, Tammy, I've had amazing mentors and coaches that have changed my life, have changed how I see myself as this size in potential and abilities and skills, and where they have helped me expand my mind to the impact and influence I can cause. How about you, Tammy?
Oh, I've had so many amazing coaches, especially in the last 4 years. And you and I have had some of the same coaches.
Absolutely.
Kane and Alessa Minkus. And they're just wonderful. The great thing about coaches is those are your one-on-one talks. And those are the people, they'll call you out on things, but they're never mean. It's the way they use their words. And they also are there to encourage and inspire us. And they see the potential in us that we don't see. That's what I love. We're in mentoring, it's more mentoring everybody, and they're just telling you kind of where to go and what you should do, do this, and they're giving us guidelines.
And the reason they can do that is because they were once where we were, right?
Exactly.
Or where we are, and they can see beyond that. right?
Exactly. And it doesn't matter if they're older or younger than you. It
Mm,
depends on what they walk through, but if your coach has never gone where you want to go, then they're probably not the coach for you.
right.
You know, I like it when coaches or a mentee, they ask us questions. They make sure we're the right fit. And I know I do the same thing when I take on a new client. And I'm sure you do too, is like, okay, are they going to fit into my program? Because I want to make sure that I'm actually there for them, and that they shouldn't be someplace else. And I have probably gone through more stuff than most people because, I've done all my styling image for fashion consulting,
Mm,
and I've gotten paid for years for doing that. And then I have my
awesome.
art and a mix. I mean, I've done in property management, real estate. I've done so many different things, but right now my focus is on what we're doing to help people out to find themselves.
But how awesome it is that you've gone through those experiences, and now this is kind of like a mesh of all these things, all these skills, knowledge you have, and experiences and wisdom for you to put it all together and share with the professionals and all the diverse backgrounds we have here in this group, right?
Oh,
So
exactly.
one of the things that mentorship is important for is for knowledge and experience sharing, like Tammy was just saying. Mentors have accumulated, like Tammy was just saying, knowledge and experience over years, which they can share with their mentees. This wisdom can help mentees avoid common pitfalls, make informed decisions, and navigate challenges more effectively. I have 8 children. So if I could tell you and foresee, like, okay, don't go this route, or this is the best way for you to, to approach this with your teenager, with your child, or kind of this disconnect yourself, detach yourself from this outcome, and you need to let them. Aren't you going to appreciate that because of the experience I have as a mom? And as a coach, I can help you understand how separating your personal life and moving forward in your professional realm it's a good idea. Tammy talked about her expertise in fashion. And I love it that when we have a guest, for example, in a very diplomatic, loving way, I've seen Tammy saying, hey, that's not going to look good on camera. Can you wear this or that? Or we have it already in the Google document, what that our guests are supposed to sign as advice for them to show up in their best colors or whatever to show up here in the camera. So there is a lot of reason why, like Tammy was saying, a coach or a mentor have gone through their own experiences, and that we can hold your hand and teach you those things as we have been taught for better outcomes in with that experience they've had.
Well, and exactly. And I've always been the type that I would rather learn from somebody else's mistakes than having to make the same mistake myself.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing, going back to what you were just saying, Laurie, what I found, because a lot of times people complain, they're like, why should I have to pay for a mentor? Why should I have to pay for a coach? Well, this here is a simple example. I will have people would come up and say, hey, what do you think of how I dress? Or what do you think of these colors on me? If I said, well, actually that outfit does not look good on you, and maybe this outfit would look better, or this color here would look better on you because it'd bring out your skin tone this way. And if they have not paid, they're unhappy and they're mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
If they've paid, they're like, oh yes, thank you so much. And they're willing to listen and to learn. And I mean, but it's like so funny because it's like, I'm just like, no, I will not tell you unless you paid me anymore, because I've seen so many people get upset. And I've trained with some of the best people in the world.
Wow.
That's part of the ACI Global, Stacy London, different people like that. I've had years. That's what my degree's is in fashion. I did modeling, so I did all of that. And it's like, yeah, you'll have people that was like, I'm not going to listen to you. And it's like, fine. You
Yeah.
know, it's their choice, and that's one of the reasons we do charge for it, is because we want to make sure you do listen.
And when you pay more attention. When I have paid, I pay more attention because there's a sense of ownership. And I love that, guys. Pay attention. If you have a fashion question, I think Tammy is here, able and available for you. She has the knowledge. I want to say hello to Renee. He's watching.
Hi, Renee.
I love that he's here with us today. Another reason why we should count on coaches and mentors is because of skill development. If I don't know how to show up in camera, we can tell you, hey, remember to have a space between the top of the camera. I mean,
Exactly.
like Tammy has said, like there's so many skills and little things that will enhance your experience as a professional, that will make you boost your confidence. When she was talking about the color, the skin tone, I was also going to say, because probably an outfit will help your credibility, will help you look more professional, because remember, we have only a few seconds before we make an impact. We create before people scan us, so to speak, and create an opinion about us. So we have to be
7
very
seconds.
careful.
7 seconds,
Right?
all of it takes for an impression. And it's like when some of the agencies I used to work with, we do all the color draping and styling for the newscasts.
Wow.
Because people, it's like they're being seen on TV all the time and they want to look their best. But yet at the same time, you have to have outfits that don't, contrast with the others. But that's just everyday life. Like Renee does his body language classes, and he's awesome and amazing at that, because there is so much that goes into that. And so why wouldn't, he had to learn all of this. So why wouldn't we pay the coaches and our mentors for the knowledge they do have?
Amazing. Another thing is networking opportunities. Coaches and mentors are a plethora of knowledge when it comes to connections, and they're great. Especially make sure you have a mentor or a coach that loves to connect people. We definitely don't have the answers for everything, right? And then we see a potential in you, and we're like, you should talk to this person, this person, this person. I know who can help you with this. And they're connectors. Mentors often have extensive networks in their respective fields. They can introduce mentees to valuable connections, potential clients, partners, or collaborators, which can significantly benefit a mentee's personal and professional growth. And when you are gaining this confidence, when you know how to show up on camera, when you know what to wear, now people eyes are on you. And then also mentors and coaches are helping you build up this confidence, etc. And people are going to see you and they're wanting to connect with you. So it's twofold: the connections they personally have and the connections you can also make with your own appearance and showing up to the audience.
Now, I have had some coaches that they don't have the private Facebook groups. So you don't really get to connect with as many other people. And they're great at what they teach. But I personally, for me, and it's just maybe me, I like the personal connections that we're talking about, where you get to meet the different people. And that's because that's how we've met, is because the connections between our coaches.
Awesome. Love it.
So, and that's why we do like this private group, because it's so you guys can make connections. And and we've had some amazing speakers and coaches on here, and they each offer something to help you. And if they can help you, use them.
And did you know on Mondays, we give you the opportunity to share your product or service? On Mondays is a great place for you to, as soon as you see, hey, promote yourself, because there's some rules in the group, etc. But then Mondays is a great opportunity. So I want you to pay attention to that. And we want to see more promotion, huh, Tammy?
Exactly. We want to see those coaching programs. Renee does a great job at that.
Yes.
But we do not, and we will delete things that are like, hey, I'm trying to hire, so many cleaners for this, or, things that don't grow with our Facebook group. And especially if they're during the week, we're going to delete them unless you got permission from us.
Yeah. Yep. But hey, what a great opportunity for Mondays. When you see that post, go ahead in the comments and promote yourself. So we've been talking a lot about personal growth and confidence. A mentor provides emotional support and encouragement, helping mentees build confidence, overcome self-doubt, and develop a growth mindset. We have, there's this buzzword going on saying what is it? Some kind of syndrome, the imposter syndrome. Like, who am I? Who do I think I am to think that I'm going to be able to accomplish this, to create impact? Who am I? I mean, I'm not licensed, I'm not certified, I'm not this XYZ, too old, too young. I mean, all the excuses we know. And I always say that my job or my business is I see people's greatness and I help them discover it for themselves. I mean, I have tons of clients that I'm like, do you know this story that I'm helping you with and holding your hand with can be a great story for you to teach others how to overcome these traumas and these experiences? And then the way they express themselves with me, I'm like, do you understand how wonderful you express yourself when you allow yourself to become vulnerable? This can be, you can be a blogger, like a video, you have videos on YouTube, you can create articles that will inspire others and learn from these experiences. So that's what I say that I do. I see people's greatness and help them discover it from themselves. So this support is particularly valuable during this support that we can provide as coaches and mentors is so immense, because now they realize I can turn this mess into a message. I can turn this loss into a lesson. And I hope my clients believe me when I tell them and build them up saying, this can be a great book. And then of course the imposter syndrome creeps in, and that's what I'm helping them with. But I know that my mentors and my coaches have allowed me to do that.
Oh, well, and just allowing, it's like, we love it when you guys put quotes and your photos on and you're sharing, because that just lightens up somebody else's day. It puts a smile on our faces, and I'm sure it helps others. And, these positive quotes, I just love them. So please continue sharing, and share on your own Facebook page or social media sites. It's kind of like, and I'm doing the same thing with my coaching. I'm rolling out my program here to start this first, and I need to put my ads up and different things, but mine goes
So
with my
exciting.
book. But in my book, it's about finding your values. It's to encourage you to find yourself and what you're about and what your talents are and what you like, all through nature and art. So it's in a different format, but it's all about mindset. Because if we don't have the right mindset, it doesn't matter if we have the best coach in the world. If we're not willing to listen, we're not going to learn.
We need to be coachable, that's for sure. And Tammy, if you wouldn't have been coachable, would your book be out?
No, it wouldn't, because that
Mhm.
was like something I had never planned on doing, and I have self-taught and studied like on my art and different things. It's like I take things from when I need to take things, and then other stuff, if there's not somebody doing it, then I do self-study. But believe me, it's a lot easier if there's somebody that's already done it to go learn from.
Amazing, amazing. One more thing mentors and coaches help you with. I've mentioned four. Let's go over them very quick. It is, they share their knowledge and experience. They share and help you develop your skills. They're great connectors. So networking opportunities with coaches and mentors is a plus. And then they help you with your personal growth and confidence. And number 5 is goal setting and accountability.
Yes.
Accountability is so important. And Tammy and I had this going on. Hey, this week, this week I'm doing this. This week I'm going to try to accomplish this and that. We need to continue, Tammy.
Yes, we do. We
But
sometimes get so busy, but we are connected and touching bases every day. And like you said, and I
one
love
way or
it
another.
because I had walked away from using the phone so much that Lori she leaves these little voice messages for me in Messenger. So I started doing that back, and it's like, oh, I can do
Pretty
this.
cool. It's pretty cool.
You know, And we do it with Evelyn. We do it with quite a few different coaches, and it's nice, or even if it's just a text, just to say, hey, how are you doing?
Because you're putting it out there, but then you're doing it more also for you. Like, hey, Tammy, my goal this week is blah, 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 edit 3 episodes of my podcast, whatever it is. And I'm informing her. I'm sure Tammy's like, good for you, Lori, go ahead. But then I'm doing that for me because I hear my own voice, and we help each other that way. But then if you specifically are hiring and you have a coach or a mentor, man, there's no way you're going to escape that. Like, if you say that you're going to do it, then the next session or whatever, it's not like they're going to want a full report on your actions, but at least you're going to feel like a sense of responsibility. And that motivates me. That motivates me to like return and report some good news, that at least I attempted something. So mentors can assist mentees in setting clear goals and creating actionable plans to achieve them. Also, some of my friends or mentors and coaches or accountability partners have said something like, Lori, 20, do you think that's too ambitious? And I'm like, oh, I know. They give me a reality check and tell me if that's not a good goal or not, if it's unrealistic. So that we and then keep accountability. We can be accountable for our progress, ensuring that we stay on track and remain focused. I had one coach, I think, Tammy, you know him, our dear friend Kevin Pates, and he is like, Lori, you have too much going on. You need to focus on one thing. I'm like, okay.
Oh, John Astroff told me the same thing. Or he was one of my mentors. Yeah, he's like, Tammy, you're doing too much. And I've always been ambitious. Like when I was 16, I had 18 goals.
Oh my goodness.
Different things I want to do. And actually, I've either done all of them or was asked if I wanted to do. Yeah, and I turned it down. So that was, to me, that I was like, oh, that was amazing. But now it's like, hey, my goal is just to get up the next day and do my best. And of course, we're working on different things like our retreats that we're and we opened the door to that last week. And of course, we're going to be sharing more of that as a future. And we also have another Facebook page that I've been sharing on here, and the names will be completely changed on it the end of the month, but it's called Unlocking Freedom in Nature. And so you guys are more than we ask you to go there, and because that's where we're going to be able to actually even do more on there than in our group. So.
Yep. And inform you about our events, etc. If you're watching, please comment. I can see the comments here on the live broadcast. Ask questions about mentorship and coaching. Tell us, what is your experience about all these powerful tools, or how is it that coaches have helped you in your personal or professional life and development? How is it that you have been able to accelerate? And how is it that you've grown because of coaches and mentors? I know, Renee, if you want to share here now, if you want to rewatch later, what is your experience being coached under Tony Robbins? My goodness, Renee have been directly coached, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, coached by our amazing mentor of mentors, which is Tony Robbins. What is your experience? Are you a coach? Are you a mentor? How have you been able to impact others? Or how is it that a coach or a mentor was able to help you in your personal development? And as always, Tammy, I enjoy our conversations, our Tuesday talks here. And
yeah. Well, and we had a cancellation, which we have not had for a while, but she had a death in the family. So she had to, which was sad. And our prayers go out with Kate to that. So, and she had to, she's from Australia. So anyway, she is rescheduling. So
yeah. You didn't get a guest today, but you got us, and that is exciting.
Hey, sometimes we need that time just so we can talk. So,
well,
if anybody has questions or you have a topic that you think we should discuss, please let us know. If you have any ideas, we love them. We have Ike, who usually always gives us great ideas, and we appreciate her. And when she sees something's wrong, a link's not going through, she lets us know. and in the most kind way, I should say.
Yeah.
And we love that. We love communicating with all of you. We love it when you hit the like. And one of the things that you can do to help our group grow is invite others, and to make sure to hit the heart button, not just the like, because that helps your groups grow. And if you have your own group, you need to do that also, is to ask people to love it, not just like it, to love it and to leave comments.
We welcome constructive feedback, and we love comments, and tag someone else within the group that needs to hear something of this message about this message today. And we will be looking forward to see you next week.
Exactly. Thanks again for being here.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.